Welcome back to Oracle News Network, where we decode the signs of the times, expose the unseen systems, and talk about what others are afraid to say out loud. I'm going to give everyone time to get in here while I shuffle my cards and clear the room with some clearing music. Tonight's episode is not about fear. It's about awareness. It's about patterns. It's about understanding why so many people feel like something is closing in, like financially, politically, spiritually. You probably feel drained because what we are witnessing right now is not random. It is a systemic pressure meeting spiritual prophecy. Those who know. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the news that people are not talking about, that some of you are not aware of. Like I told y'all, when they put something out, watch this hand while I'm doing something with this hand. It's like a magic show. So you got to pay attention. And I've been paying attention. Allegedly, across social media, news reports, personal testimonies, people are talking about withdrawal delays, flag transactions, missing deposits, and bank closures. This is what's going on behind the scenes. Excuse me, y'all, my foot kicked the camera. This is what's going on behind the scenes. Well, they got us watching what's going on. Honey, let me tell you something. I need y'all to tune in and pay attention. First of all, let me clear the energy in the room. You got to clear this energy. Remove all demons and evil eyes and all that stuff. Get it on up out of here because we got something important to talk about. It's not just about the spiritual streets. This is about the regular streets. About your money, your muda, your cheddar, your paper. I call upon my archangels for protection. I call upon my spirit guides, my ascended masters. Protect me as I give this information, as I do the reading, as I give the message that you sent me to give. I know y'all hear them gunshots. And I'm in the so-called safe neighborhood. So there are rumors going around circulating withdrawals over certain amounts. Like, this is the last weekend that you can withdraw anything over $500. If you withdraw anything over $500, it's going to flag your account. But here's a deeper truth. Financial systems, they don't just collapse overnight. Like, this has been going on. They tighten up slowly over a period of time. Right now, they're trying to cancel out the American dollar. So all cash transactions will be flagged. Although I don't know how you're going to flag cash transactions, but maybe they got something up their goddamn sleep. But you know how that shit go. Hi everybody. I'm from California, but I'm here in Houston, Texas. Where y'all from? So there may be some actual freezes. You might get some system errors while you're trying to do your banking. There are some policy changes buried in fine print that you need to read. When trust disappears, fear fills the gap. And believe it or not, they got some things that are under the ground that suck up energy like fear, hatred, anything of lower frequency. They suck it up and they use it against us. Anyway, that's on a whole nother level. Those who know would know. So in the next couple of weeks, you're gonna be wondering, how come my deposits are delayed? Why is my bank closing down? Why is all these branches closing down? Why are these banks encouraging digital money only? Because they don't want any more physical money that you can touch. A lot of these banks will not open because the law that has been changed. Excuse me, y'all, for kicking the camera. I'm sorry. I got long legs. A lot of banks that won't open is because they didn't buy the assets like gold and silver, because that's one of the rules for your bank to be open. You have to have gold and silver. And a lot of these banks are not going to do it. Or they may not be able to find the gold and silver, because we all know what happened with 9/11, but we're not going to discuss that. That's something different. The next question you need to ask yourself, why are these banks encouraging digital money? Why are they trying to cancel out cash? Why is cash transactions going to be flagged? Why is gold and silver suddenly being pushed again? Those of you who did invest in gold and silver, congratulations. You passed the test. Historically, when governments and institutions feel pressure, there are like hard assets rise, like gold, silver, land, because paper systems rely on belief. If you believe this piece of paper is worth $100, it's worth $100. Basically, what the government told you. They wouldn't traded your money for gold and silver. The American dollar wasn't backed by gold and silver. It's just a piece of paper. Matter of fact, the whole United States corporation is really a corporation. That's why they're allowed to stop these passports. A lot of people, their passports are being stopped because they consider you to be U.S. property. I've been telling people this for over 20 years. People been thinking I'm crazy. You know what you're talking about. Now people are starting to see. Now everyone is starting to see that what I'm talking about is not, I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And belief can be shaken. This is financial warfare, not just economics, not just spiritual. We're dealing with not only that, but systemic warfare. Control without declaration. Systemic warfare doesn't look like tanks rolling down the streets, even though that's basically what they're doing. It looks like policies that limit movement, surveillance disguised as safety, economic pressure replacing physical force. Systemic warfare is when systems themselves become weapons. systems like healthcare, banking, immigration, law enforcement that becomes slave catchers, and they were slave catchers the whole time. They just didn't know it. This causes people as a whole to feel trapped. Even though we try to be energetic, enthusiastic, independent, confident, outgoing, they want something else. They want different battlegrounds, but the same tension. Right now, we're dealing with federal authority versus state resistance, citizens versus systems, fear versus freedom. Yeah, they're trying to hold on to a system that doesn't benefit any of us. They're making a system that doesn't benefit anybody but them. And they're going to hold on to that system. So ICE. Ooh, that's a whole nother story. We're supposed to get into that. ICE is what they consider to be power and the slave catcher metaphor. Yeah, ICE is like the new slave catcher. They've hired anybody who has any mentality against any group that they want, because they want to make this the white America. They don't want any of us here. Let's get that straight right now. They don't want any of us here, even though we were here before they got here. That includes the natives. That includes us who are the natives. That mix with the natives. That they hide. And they tell us, oh, you can't enter our reservation because you need to have proof. And then you're thinking in your head, how am I going to have proof when the government burnt down my damn proof? When you got people in your family that's hiding the proof from you so you can't get the benefits they're getting. Come on now. We're going to talk about this because this is heavy but necessary. Historically, slave catchers were individuals authorized by law to retrieve escaped slaves. They didn't ask questions. They didn't show no mercy. And they were protected by the system, aka the government, allegedly. Today, many of us Americans, across races, backgrounds, and beliefs, feel haunted by systems that no longer see them as human, but as cases, numbers, threats, or a check. Each person ICE brings in, they get so much money. It does not matter who they are. They can be American, non-American. They're going to get a check before it because you are a body. Allegedly. I'm going to keep that word in there. This conversion is not about attacking individuals or it's about questioning power structures. Like there are some serious allegations, documented cases involving federal enforcement agencies that raise concerns about excessive force, civil rights violations, detentions without process, people being starved, beaten, raped, tortured. That is not the American way I grew up with. Whether you agree or disagree politically, fear or authority is growing. Fear of authority is growing. there are some groups that don't fear this authority that's growing up to try to stop everything. Somebody's about to get some unexpected financial income. So what it is, they gotta give up this land to the natives, and they don't want to give it up. So they're trying everything they can to destroy the land, kill as many people as they can, because they know the rule is they have to give the land back to the natives, back to the original people that were here, the melanated and the Native Americans. We were mixing together. A lot of Native Americans are afraid to tell about their melanated side of the family. And when a lot of us go to try to claim our heritage from these Native American places where, oh, I have Cherokee on my side. Oh, and my dad was Choctaw, so I have Cherokee and Choctaw, but they want you to prove it. How can you prove something that you know in your heart and your grandmother and grandfather told you, but everything that they had as proof got burnt, taken, destroyed, and stolen? They know that. They're being paid to keep us out of the Indian reservations because we're melanated. We have more power than all of them. That is jealousy. And they don't even know we could have saved them. But since they didn't let us claim our nationality like they should have, this is why things are happening right now. This is why so many of our melanated people are gonna experience unexpected financial income, like magical blessings. And this is why we are so hated amongst other races, because we're going to be given that recognition that we should have been given thousands of years ago. Bonjour. I welcome anyone of any nationality. I don't care what state you're from, what country you're from. If you are from freedom of all people against the government, and we are fighting against things that are not flesh and blood. Believe me that. We're going to get on the subject of this Israel war and the gates. I want y'all to think. Because I asked the Most High, I said, why? Because I wanted to know. I said, why is Israel being so attacked? Why is all these people in the Middle East being attacked? There has to be something more than oil. And I got shown it so quick, made my head spin. This war is not just about oil. It never has been. Israel is a geopolitical gate, a spiritual crossroads. It's a land tied to ancient prophecy, trade routes, belief systems that shape the world. Throughout history, wars have been fought over ports, trade corridors, religious authority, strategic access points. In spiritual traditions, Israel is described as a land of gates, places where heaven, earth, power, and belief intersect. I hear it's known as Spiritual Gate 10, and they want power over this spiritual gate. This is why the war is so strong over there. People are fighting so hard, willing to die, because they know if dark forces get a hold to this gate, it's not going to be good. Y'all remember that show called Stargate? I know y'all remember that show. I don't care if I'm telling my age. When wars linger, escalate, or refuse to end, we must ask who benefits from perpetual conflict? Who are the people that benefiting from this? The people that's paying people. Somebody's paying somebody. That's a confirmation. And why does this religion ignite global reaction unlike any other place on earth? This is not about choosing sides. It's about recognizing why this land is always contested, why there's always war, why are they always fighting over this land. There is a Stargate there. There is a portal there. They want control over it. It's not just about oil. This is what I have been shown. Ask and you shall receive. We're living in the times of Revelation 13, where it is about control, compliance, manipulation, and marks. So Revelation 13 speaks about economic control, buying and selling restrictions, power consolidated into systems, compliance as survival. So when they are able to make money become programmable, digital, but there's no more physical money that you can touch, the access of money depends on your compliance with the government. And there are systems that are going to decide who can participate. Yeah. They're going to have it on your passport, on your license, on your ID. So it makes people feel like they're branded like cattle. Now with ink, but with permissions. Oh, you're allowed to go over here, but you're not allowed to go over there. You're allowed to come here, but you're not allowed to go back there. This doesn't mean that prophecy equals panic. Don't start panicking. I'm just telling you things that are to come and how to prepare. You only have until Monday with the banking system to drop whatever you have in your bank out. If not, they got control over it. They can track everything you're doing. This is what they're not talking about on the news. So we're going to talk about spiritual warfare and what it means. Spiritual warfare is not demons flying to the sky to know, ooh, we coming to get you right now. It's not funny. I'm not supposed to be laughing. But spiritual warfare is like fear versus clarity, truth versus distraction, division versus unity. That's what spiritual warfare is. When people are exhausted, they're broken, they're confused, they're scared, they're easier to control. This is why I was attacked so much, because they didn't want me to bring you this truth. Ask yourself that. This is why spiritual grounding matters now more than ever. You need to do more meditation, more prayer, ancestral vision, ancestral wisdom. Pray over your families, pray over your children, pray over your grandmothers, your grandfathers, everyone in your family. Because right now is the time to use critical thinking. That's a confirmation, because you don't win spiritual warfare by fighting people. You win it by seeing clearly how to navigate. So, to tell you the truth, we're not powerless. We are not stupid, and we are not ignorant. And we are not alone. There are some wars going on in the heavens. I know y'all heard of the booms and the loud flashes, and there's people fighting over us. Y'all know that game Mortal Kombat? You better look more into it. So what we're going through is not really the end. This is like a threshold into a new era. I need y'all to stay alert, try to stay grounded, protect your spirit, protect your mind, protect your body. Some of us, we need to detox. I'm about to detox this coming week. You know, out with the old and with the new. You know, that was just a message I was sent that I needed to tell y'all about. And it's right now is the time where it doesn't matter about your nationality, what your beliefs are, with the people that you hate, because we all gonna have to stick together. I said this about maybe a year or 6 months ago. It is not gonna matter about your nationality, your sex, your age. It's gonna come a time when all of us are gonna have to stick together. Because when we all stick together as a whole, and I know the government don't like to hear this. Like I said, it's not gonna matter about what color you is. When we stick together, it's gonna be an outpouring of blessings that the government can't stop. They're gonna have to walk away. It's like when David slayed Goliath. This is the message I was given for today with Oracle News Network. Those who resonate. If you don't got one of them things, you need to get one to protect your family. You need to get involved with your community, the people that are around you. Get to know your neighbors. Get you something that you can trade with in case you can't get money out the bank, because those of you who made investments will prosper. And those of us who, oh my God. Do I gotta tell everybody this? Okay. So they're gonna make it hard for people to, they're gonna make it hard for people to invest in like cryptocurrency. It's gonna be flagged, because they want to keep the rich rich and the poor poor so they can have control over this. I'm not lying. That's the truth. Queen of Swords. This has something to do with Aquarius. Somebody who's honest, truthful, frank, protective, and independent. Somebody who's a friend of yours that's going to help in your situation when that time of need comes. So don't panic. You're going to have friends around you that are going to help you, because All you gotta do is keep your faith. Do unto others as they do unto you. Because a lot of us have already been through battles. We already know what's going on. People that are melanated like me, we already been through the battles. We have the scars. We have the proof. We have the stories. We've been telling all these nationalities, all these people that look down on us like we wasn't nothing. Oh, they just lying, they dangerous, they this and that, they just complaining, but now they get to see, oh no, we were not just complaining. This is the government and they have always been like this. This is not nothing new to us. We've been knowing. We've been navigating through their system. Nothing new is about this shit that they doing or new. We've been outrunning the slave catchers, where y'all been sitting on y'all high horse. And they've been telling y'all, oh, don't talk to them, don't mingle with them, they lazy, they not this, they not that. But they are making it hard for us to survive here on this land by raising the property taxes, by taking away things that shouldn't be taken away from us, by killing our families, taking away our children, all that shit. We've been going through that shit. Getting beat, getting murdered, getting raped. We've been telling y'all. Nobody was listening. Now all of a sudden, it's up and close and personal in your face. You have no choice but to realize us melanated people been telling y'all the truth. Been. Y'all want us to stand on y'all side, but when have y'all stood on our side? Only very few of y'all did. And those very few will get helped. Right now is the time to stand up, speak up, and get the hell up. Anyway, I just wanted to give y'all that news because that's what's really going on. That's not what people are talking about. They're not talking about that. They're not letting you know you have until Sunday to get your money out the bank. Otherwise, you're not going to get over $500 out the bank. And if you do, it's going to get flagged. Don't believe me? Look it up.
Where?
Much peace, light, love, true freedom, and justice to you all. Look out for your neighbors. Look out for your loved ones. Protect your children. Get you one of them things because the revolution is televised. Spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Get yourself together.